Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon or good evening, and welcome. Let me flip my camera really quickly. Welcome to the beautiful campus of Fletcher High School, Jack Taylor Stadium, Joe Reynolds Field. On this gorgeous night of Thursday, May 21st, 2026. We welcome you to another exciting edition of the Teal Shirt Report podcast. My name is Alex Nunnery. Once again, I said Teal Shirt Report podcast, BigJReport.com. I'm your sports reporter here on the beautiful and gorgeous campus of Fletcher High School, home of the Fletcher Senators and their head coach's theatric face on it. They played the Fleming Island Golden Eagles tonight in a spring jamboree for Fletcher. Let's talk about some of the notable alumni from Fletcher High School. Since it's jamboree, we will not keep any score tonight. Not right now. Since it is a jamboree, we will not keep any score tonight. But folks, let's talk about this Fletcher Senators team. The Fletcher Senators. Man, oh man, this Senators team has tons of athletes. Talking about Xavier Brown. Xavier. I'm not sure what his last name is, but I thought it was Brown. It's Tony Brown. Xavier. I'm not sure what Xavier's last name is, but this kid Xavier, number 17 for the Fletcher Senators. That's Xavier Carmichael for the Fletcher Senators. You may know the name of the great Harold Carmichael, well, showing that as his grandson. The great Harold Carmichael, one of the best receivers in Dallas Cowboys history. A 6'8" man from Rains High School. That's Harold Carmichael. And their running back is grown man. That's his name. They call him that because he's been about 6'2", 220 ever since he was in 5th grade. Grown man's brother is Terrell Jennings of the New England Patriots and a member of that great Mandarin Mustang State Championship team, coached by Bobby Ramsey. But let's talk about this Fletcher team. Their head coach is their very own theatric Faison. University of Florida Gator running back, great theatric Faison. C4 Faison. They're also coached by Delaney Mills, a former quarterback here at Fletcher. And by a good friend of mine, Ronnie Mason. This Fletcher team, ladies and gentlemen. Some of the notable alumni from this Fletcher High School. You have the great Andre Cooper and Khalid and Raheem Abdullah. Also, Fee Bartley as well. Their athletic director is a good friend of mine, Brian Gilbert. For the Fleming Island Golden Eagles. Once again, we do not have the rosters for the Fleming Island Golden Eagles. Their head coach is Tom McMahon. Their athletic director is Travis Cunningham. And one of their assistant coaches is Derek Cipoletti. Well, we're talking about sports. we want to congratulate the Trinity Christian Conquerors outstanding baseball team on winning the state championship a couple of days ago. And just last night, we want to congratulate the University Christian Fighting Christian softball team on winning the state championship. Way to represent Duval County and the city of Jacksonville to both of those teams. We want to congratulate the University of Florida Gators on a very impressive 13-3 win over Alabama tonight. The Gators will play Georgia in baseball on Saturday afternoon. The winner of that game will play for the SEC championship in baseball. And congratulations to the Florida Gulf Coast Eagles. They defeated They defeated Central Arkansas this morning by a score of 4-3. Bartram Trails graduate and great Ashton Pokel got the save. His 12th in an FGCU uniform. That's a good friend of mine, Ashton Pokel. One of the best closers in Bartram Trail history. That's Ashton Pokel. The Jacksonville Dolphins' historic run came to an end last night. They lost 5-0 over UNA. The funny thing is, UNA's shortstop, Jackson Westmoreland, played his college baseball before transferring over to UNA at JU. And just a couple of minutes ago, maybe an hour or so ago, the UNA Lions played and beat the North Florida Ospreys by a score of 11-4. That means that UNA is one win away from going to the Atlantic Sun Championship game. The North Florida Ospreys, well, it's a hard grind for UNF now. UNF will have to play the loser of Florida Gulf Coast and Lipscomb tomorrow. Then they'll have to win that one, and then they'll have to play the loser of UNA and the loser of UNA and the loser of that. So since North Florida lost tonight to UNA, they'll have to play the loser of the Florida Gulf Coast Lipscomb game tomorrow, and then they'll have to beat the winner. If they win that one, they'll have to beat the winner of UNA and Florida Gulf Coast Lipscomb twice to win the ASUN championship game. So basically, the winner of Florida Gulf Coast Lipscomb is in the driver's seat, just like UNA. Hopefully, the Florida Gulf Coast Eagles or the UNF Ospreys come away with that win. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there won't be any interviews tonight because of this spring football jamboree. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a heck of a game tomorrow night to cover for you. We'll be out at the west side of Jacksonville at the historic Edward H. White High School, as the Ed White Commanders will take on the Bulldogs in the spring jamboree. That game will be a heck of a game, ladies and gentlemen, featuring guys like Xander Edwards and Astor Gitto, Both will be and are already two of the best players in the country and in the city of Jacksonville in the state of Florida. That game will also feature King Boylston, who was the quarterback for Ed White. Ed White Commanders, their head coach is my good friend Lawrence Johnson. The Bulls Bulldogs, their head coach is my good friend Matthew Toblick. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for tonight's edition of the Teal Shirt Report podcast. We thank you, everyone, for listening. And we will see you all tomorrow night for another exciting edition of the Teal Shirt Report podcast. Saying hello to our good friends, John and Heather Benoit, Enrique Bone Crumbs, Sr., Sean Gaylor, and our producer, Scott Mullis, and also Ellis Smith, and many, many other terrific people that help make this podcast one of the greatest podcasts around. And also to all of our good friends that follow us on X and everywhere. We thank you all so much for listening. And to our good friends, JC, Crumpton, and Mad Max from Eufaula Falls, Alabama. That will do it for tonight's podcasting. We will see you all tomorrow night. Thank you all for listening.